guys? We are back with another song by Eminem. And what are we doing today?
Today we're doing When the Music Stops. Do you know it?
I don't think so.
So it's featuring D12,
Okay.
his group. Yeah, I don't really know if you would know this or not.
It's not ringing a bell to me. Do you play it a lot?
I mean, like all the songs, I don't know if I play any of them a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes.
Then I might recognize it, but the name of it is not ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then before that, there's a skit called Steve Berman.
Okay.
So we'll do that. And
Those are
then,
usually funny. I like
yeah,
those, I
skits are
think.
good. So yes, do the skit and then go into the song.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. The links are in the description below. And username is yourewithsmith. That's YOURE on like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all that.
Yes.
This fuck.
It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Hold on a minute.
What up?
Have a seat. Dre, I'll call you back.
What now?
I don't even know where to start.
Okay.
I got the album from upstairs,
And
and this is by far the most incredible thing I've ever
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's like something you would see in a cartoon.
Yes. So I don't know if you recall the previous Steve Berman skits, the one from the Marshall Mathers LP was the one where it's like you're talking about homosexuals and Vicodin. Dre's talking about big screen TVs. I
Yeah.
can't sell this shit. So Steve Berman typically complains about the content. So
Yeah, so he was like, I'm done with this. We're not listening to another complaint from this guy. And then
yes.
he actually loved it, and you just shot him.
Yes.
My God.
So it's a
What did he think of that
funny skit. What do you mean?
skit?
I
Like, what
think
did
that's
Steve
him.
Berman think?
I think that's him
Oh, like
recording
they did
it.
it together. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
because Paul
That's
does
funny.
the Paul stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they're in on the joke.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
funny.
it's funny. All right. So now we'll get into When the Music Stops featuring D12.
Okay.
Music, reality. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. But we as entertainers have a responsibility to these kids. It's like
If I were to die murdered in cold blood tomorrow, would you feel sorrow, show love, or would it matter? Could never be the lead off, bad everything, shit for me to feed off. I'm seesaw battling, but there's way too much at stake for me to be fake. There's too much on my plate, I done came way too far in this game to turn and walk away and not say what I got to say. What the fuck you take me for, a joke? You smoking crack? Before I do that, I beg Mariah to take me back. I get up before I get down, run myself in the ground before I put some whack shit out. I'm trying to smack this one out the park. 5,000 mark. Y'all steady trying to drown the shark. Ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. Lid to the can of whip ass, just twist me off. See me leap out, pull a piece out. Fuck shooting, I'm just trying to knock his teeth out. Fuck with me now, bitch, to see you freestyle. Talk is cheap, motherfucker. If you really feeling frog asleep, yo Slim, you gon' let him get away with that? He tried to play you, you can't let him skate with that. Man, I hate this crap. This ain't rap. This is crazy the way we act when we confuse hip hop with real life. When the music stops.
I'm just realizing now that the song doesn't have a chorus. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I knew that, but yeah, they just go right into each other.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's no chorus to stop it.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. So Bizarre does the intro.
It's funny.
This is music, reality. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, but we as entertainers have a responsibility to these kids. And then you hear them say psych.
hmm
So we don't have a
So,
responsibility.
yeah, so basically, like, people get confused with their music and what's reality, like what they're rapping about and like what the truth really is.
It's funny because it is a theme. Like, so like half the song even like Eminem, he says, things are getting messy between music and real life. So it's
Yeah.
like a genuine critique saying, that there is this bleeding of, entertainment, hip hop, and real life, and it's fucking things up. But then they're also poking fun at it. You know what I mean? At the same time.
I feel like also you could argue like a lot of like how we were talking about yesterday, um, how people really confuse like what's in the songs as being true. Just like
Yeah,
we did Haley's song yesterday, and I kept getting lost in the lyrics and being like, how could you write this to your daughter? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything that he's saying in there is true.
yeah,
Like he did win the custody battle, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like Kim didn't want her,
yeah, yeah.
because it's her mother.
Hmm.
And we've talked about this with other songs too.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, yeah, so you'll see it's the whole theme of the song. So, somewhat of a serious message, but also fucking around.
Okay.
So, Eminem starts off, if I were to die murdered in cold blood tomorrow, would you feel sorrow or show love, or would it matter?
Okay.
So, if he was to die tomorrow, would people feel bad? Would they show love to him,
I'm sure they would.
or would it not even matter? Would people not even care?
No, they would care.
And then he says, could never be the lead-off batter of things. Shit for me to feed off. I'm seesaw battling, but there's way too much at stake for me to be fake.
So lead off batter, is that a baseball
It is.
reference?
So
Okay, like
his
the first batter.
yes, exactly. So his verse actually has a few baseball references in it, which is
Oh,
interesting, like scattered throughout the verse. So yeah, the leadoff batter is the person who leads off. He goes first. You know what I mean? So he's saying he couldn't be that person,
no.
and he needs shit to feed off of. You know what I mean? So
Okay. So
that's
like
why he
he's the
can't.
type of person who does better when he goes like at least second.
Yeah, and so like he's responding, to people.
Okay.
So that's what he's good at. And then he says he's seesaw battling.
So like in between two, like
So like
waffling.
yeah, going back and forth, up and down. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But there's way too much at stake for me to be fake. So saying he's keeping it real. There's too much on my plate. So plate, another little baseball
Yes,
reference
yes,
there.
yes. I wasn't
Yeah.
even thinking of that.
Yes. And I came way too far in this game
Okay.
to turn and walk
Walk
away.
like getting a walk.
Yeah. So, yo, that's so funny. I didn't even pick up the walk part. I was just thinking of game. That's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't think of the plate though. They're
Yeah.
very like
So, yeah, no,
very
I wonder how much is.
common.
Yeah, there's another one later in the song. There's a few scattered throughout. I wonder if they're all intentional or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, they probably are.
yeah. And I came way too far in this game to turn and walk away and not say what I got to say. So, self-explanatory. He's worked too hard. He's going to keep saying the truth, saying how he really feels. He's
Yeah.
not just going to walk away or bullshit. So then he says, what the fuck you take me for? A joke? You smoking crack? Before I do that, I beg Mariah to take me back.
Okay, another hit at Mariah.
Yes. I get up before I get down, run myself into the ground before I put some whack shit out. So it's saying he's gonna get up before he gets down. So
So we'll
like
get high before he
so I the way I
does.
interpret the get up before I get down is like say like if like you knocked him down, like he's gonna get up before he even gets knocked out. Do you know what I
Um,
mean?
okay.
Like that's how I take it. And then he says, run myself in the ground before I put some whack shit out. So,
Hmm.
he's gonna give it all he has before he starts putting out whack shit, and he's
And
gonna go
he'll
hard.
die before he does that.
He's gonna go hard before he puts out some whack shit and there are so again, run could be a baseball
Oh,
reference,
yes.
ground, like ground ball.
Oh,
So these might be stretches, but
no, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so run and then ground. Before I put some whack shit out, I'm trying,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to smack this one out the park, 5,000 mark. So that's the
Like 5,000. Isn't that like, is like Mr. 5,000? Or is that Mr. 3,000?
Mr. Three. Okay, so smacked this one at the park, obvious home run. Yeah, the 5,000 mark, I'm not sure because
Like, I played softball and I like baseball, but I haven't followed it in a very long time. But
so 5,000. I don't even know what that could be a reference to now that I'm thinking about.
like
Because
5,000 home runs in like a whole career? I don't know.
oh,
Because isn't
interesting.
that like Mr. 3000? Like, can you get 3,000 home runs? Is that possible?
I so do not
Is that
pay
a thing?
attention to sports anymore. Let's see.
Like, what does Mr. 3000 even mean?
No, because
Am I making things up?
700 and something is the home run record.
It wasn't Mr. 700.
Home run record. So yeah, 5,000 mark. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Made it, but
So I'm trying to smack this one at the park, 5,000 mark. Y'all steady trying to drown the shark. Ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. Lid to the can of whoop ass, just twist me off.
so like that movie, Mr. 3000, the goal, he hit 3,000 base hits to enter Baseball Hall of Fame. So like maybe that's what he's talking about with 5,000.
Yeah, but it's weird because he's saying smack this one at the park, so that's an obvious home run. You know what I mean? To the 5,000 mark, unless he's saying he's gonna hit the home run ball 5,000 feet. You know, I don't know. It's like so
That's pretty
crazy.
far.
Well, it's impossible. I don't know if that's what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But then he says, you all steady trying to drown the shark. So obviously
He's the shark.
you can't drown a shark. They're in the water.
Of course.
Ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. Lid to the can of whoop ass, just twist me off.
It reminds me of Family Guy when
Yeah.
Peter's going through the kitchen and he sees the can of whoop ass. He opens it, starts like beating the shit out of him,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Lois, why'd you buy this?" And
It
just
was
like,
on
"It was
sale."
on sale."
Yeah, that's so funny.
Obviously.
So then he says, see me leap out, pull the piece out, fuck shooting. I'm just trying to knock his teeth out. So
So it's
he's
fist
gonna
fight.
lip out of the can, leap out of the can, stumbling over my words, pull the piece out, gun, and then he says, fuck shooting. I'm just trying to knock his teeth out. So I don't know if this is a reference
To
to
the bodyguard
the
guy.
altercation where he was saying
Sounds like
he
the
was
story.
pistol whipped. Eminem was saying, no, I just punched you. It could be that.
He's like really trying to like let everyone know what really happened in his songs.
Yeah, it's funny. Then he says, fuck with me now, bitch. Let's see you freestyle. Talk is cheap, motherfucker. If you really feeling froggish, leap. So, it's a common saying. If you're feeling froggish, leap, So if you want to do something,
Then
come
do
on,
it.
come fuck with me. Let's see what you could do now. And then you hear, yo, Slim, you're gonna let him get away with that? He tried to play you. You can't let him escape with that.
No.
And then he says, man, I hate this crap. This ain't rap. This is crazy the way we act when we confuse hip hop with real life when the music stops. So the first part, he's obviously imitating one of his friends or somebody in his crew saying, yo, Slim, you're going to let him get away with that.
Yeah.
It's like he tried to play you. You can't let him escape with that. You got to do something, you got to go after him. And then he's saying he hates this. This isn't rap.
Yeah, so he's saying like what he raps about, like he doesn't have to live that way.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what he's saying.
Yeah. And
Like just because he raps that way doesn't mean he lives that life. It doesn't mean he has to live that life.
yeah. So like in this particular line, I take it as like some other rappers talking shit about him. You know what I mean? And then his people behind him be like, yo, you gotta go fuck him up. This is like,
Yeah.
you gotta like physically, you know what I mean? Like do something instead of just rapping. And then he says, I hate this crap. This ain't rap. This is crazy the way we act when we confuse hip hop with real life when the music stops. So that's it for Eminem. We'll pick up here. Let's see.
Get rid of McVeigh. If so, you would've tried. The only way I'm leaving this bitch is suicide. I have died clinically. I ride back at my enemy's crib with Hennessy. Got drunk, then I finished it. I'm every nigga's favorite arch enemy. Physically fitted to be the most dangerous nigga with beef. I spark willingly with a Dillinger in the dark diligently. I'm not what you think. I appear to be fucked up, mentally endangered. I can't stay away from a razor. I just want my face in a paper. I wish a nigga had a grenade to squeeze tight to awake neighbors for acres. I murder you. I gauge and have me turn into a madman. Son of Sam, bitch, I'm surgical. I'm allergic to dying. You think not? You got balls? We can see how large when the music stops.
Okay.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. There's 6
I
of
liked
them.
his.
Yeah, no,
That
he's
was
good.
good.
There's 6 of them, so they gotta really let each other get in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So this is Swifty McVeigh. He says, "There ain't no getting rid of McVeigh. If so, you would have tried. The only way I'm leaving this bitch is suicide."
Okay.
So, if you were able to get rid of him, you guys would have already tried it. You know what I mean? But since you can't, you haven't. And the only way that I'm leaving is suicide. I have died clinically, arrived back at my enemy's crib with Hennessy, got drunk, and then I finished him.
Yeah, then you hear the gunshots. Like, ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, he clinically died.
Mhm.
Then all of a sudden was at his enemy's house with Hennessy, got drunk, and then killed him. I'm every person's favorite arch enemy, physically fitted to be the most dangerous person with beef. I spark willingly with a Dillinger in the dark diligently.
And Dillinger is a gun.
Yes.
That was a cool line. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an alliteration there, but the willingly, diligently, even just a regular
Yeah, it's
line
almost
there.
like if you combine the word willingly and Dillinger, you get diligently.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
It's so
Sounds awesome.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he says, "I'm not what you think. I appear to be fucked up, mentally endangered. Right? I
Hmm.
can't stay away from a razor. I just want my face in a paper." So he wants to make news. You know what I mean? He wants to be infamous. So his face will be in the newspaper. Um, I wish a person had a grenade to squeeze tight to awake neighbors for acres.
Nice.
That's funny.
Hmm.
I murder you. Danger had me turned into a madman. Son of Sam, bitch. I'm surgical. Is it? Hold on.
He's from Long Island, right? Or is he from New York?
He's the
New York
city.
City?
The city, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. So I think so I just looked up my phone. I think the lyrics slightly different here. So after he says I murder you, let's see what he says there.
I gauge how me turn it, murder you. I gauge how me turn into a madman. Son of Sam, bitch.
No, I hear gauge. I gauge. Yeah, let's try it one more time.
How me turn into a madman. Grenade to squeeze tight to awake neighbors for acres. I murder you. I gauge how me turn into a madman. Son of Sam.
So the lyrics on my phone say, "I'll murder you, I gauge, and have me turn into a madman."
Both of those are kind of
So like if he's gauging, you know what I mean? He's gauging the
play it
person.
one more time.
I'll play it 1,000 times. We figure it
I'll
out.
be here all day.
Neighbors for acres. I murder you. I gauge how me turn into a madman. Son of Sam.
I don't know. No offense to Swifty,
Swifty McVeigh.
but I think either way it doesn't really I don't like it.
A gate. So on what is this? This is genius. It says, "I murder you, I gauge, and have me turned into a madman." This says, "I murder you, danger had me turned into a madman."
Both of them are weird. Um I don't know. Either way, he's just saying turned into a madman, whatever. Son
Yeah.
of Sam,
Yes. Son of
awesome.
Sam, bitch, I'm surgical. So yeah, Son of Sam,
Being told to kill people by his
serial
dog.
killer. Yeah. Um, I'm surgical. I'm allergic to dying. You think not? You got balls. We can see how large when the music stops.
Okay.
All right. And then
Oh, next one.
next person. Yes. Con artist.
You think not? You got balls. We can see how large when the music
I was
stops.
happy having a deal at first. Thought money would make me happy, but it only made my pain worse. It hurts when you see your friends turn your back on you, dog, and you ain't got nothing left but your word and your balls, and you stress from the calls of your new friends begging with their hands out, checking for your record when it's selling. When it ain't, that's the end. No laughs, no friends, no girls, just the gin you drink till your car spin. You think, damn, when you slam into the wall and you fall out the car and try to crawl with one arm. I'm about to lose it all in a pool of alcohol. If my funeral's tomorrow, wonder what they even call when the music stops.
Jeez, they're getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, they got to fit them all in. Yes. So now, con artist. I was happy having a deal at first. Thought money would make me happy, but it only made my pain worse.
Okay, you hear that often.
Yes.
Mo money. Mo.
Yes. It hurts when you see your friends turn their back on you, dog, when you ain't got nothing left but your word and your balls. So, Scarface reference. All I have in this world is my word and my balls. It's a line from Scarface. And you're stressed from the calls of your new friends. So, everybody coming around.
Like fake friends.
Yeah. Begging with their hands out, checking for your record when it's selling. When it ain't, that's the end. No laughs, no friends, no girl. Just the gin you drink till your car spin. You, and then
Gets into an accident.
Crash, yes.
Driving drunk.
To his car spin. You slam into the wall and you fall out the car, trying to crawl with one arm, about to lose it all in a pool of alcohol.
Mm.
If my funeral's tomorrow, wonder if they would even call when the music stops. So yeah,
That's like a whole story right
yes,
here.
and it's like his is like serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no jokes. There's none of none of the silly
No,
stuff.
it's like, would they still be there for me if like things got really real?
Yeah.
And he lost everything.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And if he died.
Yeah. All right. We will move on to Kuniva.
I wonder what they even call when the music
Let's see how many of your men loyal. When I pull up looking for you with a pistol, sipping a can of Pennzoil. I'm revved up. Who said what when lead bust? Your head just explode with red stuff. I'm handcuffed, tossed in a paddy wagon, bragging about how you shouted like a coward. Bullets devoured you, showered you niggas. If I was you niggas, I'd run while given a chance. Understand, I can enhance the spirit of man. Death itself that can't hurt me. Just the thought of dying alone that really irks me. You ain't worthy to speak thoughts of cheap talk. Be smart and stop trying to walk how G's walk before we spark. Hug the floor while we playing tug of war with your life. Fuck a tour in the mic, I'd rather fuck a whore with a knife. Deliver that shit that coroners like. You hype popping shit in broad daylight. Nigga, you are gonna remind it stops.
Kuniva.
Hmm.
He says, let's see how many of your men loyal. When I pull up looking for you with a pistol, sipping a can of Pennzoil.
Isn't that like
Motor
oil for your car?
Yeah, motor oil. And then he says, I'm revved up. So, revved up, drinking Pennzoil, motor oil, rev.
Ah, yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. I'm revved up. Who said what? Would lead bust your head? Would just explode. I don't know if those words are right.
Yeah, it's
there.
kind of a little weird.
He said, who said what? Lead bust. So, it's weird just trying to recite it. And they might have wrote a word wrong. Whatever. With red stuff, I'm handcuffed, tossed in the paddy wagon, bragging about how you shot it like a coward. Bullets devoured you, showered you, people. If I was you, people, I'd run while given the chance. And then understand I can enhance the spirit of man. Death itself, it can't hurt me. Just the thought of dying alone that really irks me. I don't know. I always
Yeah,
find it so
same.
funny. Irks me. You ain't worthy to speak thoughts of cheap talk. Be smart and stop trying to walk how G's walk before we spark. So,
So, like,
shoot,
fight
spark, yeah.
and whatever, yeah.
Hug the floor while we playin',
Yeah.
tug of war with your life. Fuck the tour and the mic. I'd rather fuck a whore with a knife.
Ah,
I love that line. It sounds crazy. But
fuck
so,
the whore with a knife.
when you hear him
Jesus.
say, I'd rather fuck a whore with a knife, what's in your head?
What do I imagine?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, no, I'm asking.
You want to know?
Well, there's two interpretations of that line. I'm
Like,
asking how
using
you
a knife like a dildo.
Yes, that's what I take it as too. Or it
What
could
else is
mean,
there?
well, like rape at
Oh,
knife
like at
point.
knife point?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Both are horrible.
Of course they are, but I think he's actually using the knife. That's how I take it. So, or with the knife, deliver that shit that the coroners like. So, coroners killing people. You high hype popping shit in broad daylight, light person, you're gonna die at night. And then you
You're
hear,
trying your best.
I know, when the music stops. All right. Now we are up to proof. Let's go.
daylight, nigga, you are gonna remind it stops. Instigators, turn pits and cages. Let loose and bit the neighbors, wrist to razors. Y'all don't want war, y'all want talk. In the dark, my dogs all bark like roof. Roof, nigga, I'm a wolf. Get your whole roof caved in like reindeer hoofs. Stomp the booth, shake the floor tiles loose. The more y'all breach, the more I lose. It's Hill Street, this is hardcore blues. Put a gun to rap, checking all our dues. Or make the news, bet you all y'all move. When the Uzi pop, you better drop when the music stop.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I like the woof and the wolf and like how he like emphasizes the oof.
Yeah, Proof's really good. My only complaint is about the songs. He does this awesome, like raspy whispering thing, but it's somehow sometimes hard to understand what he's saying. You know what I mean? I love it though. So he starts off instigators turn pits in cages. So I guess they're saying they turn into pit bulls in cages.
Okay.
Let loose and bit the neighbors. So like the pit bulls biting the neighbors. Wrists to razors.
Slitting your wrist.
Yeah. You all don't want war. You want talk. In the dark, my dogs all bark like woof. You hear the woof. And then he says, Proof, dude, I'm a wolf. Get your whole roof caved in like reindeer hoofs, which is funny, like reindeers on the roof.
Christmas.
Yes. Stomp the roof, shake the floor tiles loose. The more you all breach, the more. Is that right? The more you all breach, the more I moves. Let me see. I still have these lyrics up here.
Well,
No, the more y'all breathe, shit, the more I moves. I
that
knew
makes
this. Yeah, these
sense.
lyrics suck.
We tried. We didn't make this video.
This Hill Street, this is hardcore blues. So Hill Street Blues was an old TV show about like a police department. So Hill Street Blues was the title. So he's doing a play. He's saying this is Hill Street, this is hardcore blues. So play on the title, Hill Street Blues. Put a gun to rap, check in all our. So it's dues, not jewels.
That makes
Checking
sense.
all our dues. So they're saying they're literally putting a gun to the rap game. And they're
okay.
yeah, they're
And
checking
asking for
their
like what it's
dues.
due.
Yeah, so they're
What they're
they're
due.
getting their money.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then he says, or make the news, betcha all y'all all move. When the Uzi pop, you better drop when the music stops.
It's cool. I liked
Yeah,
his.
Proof is awesome. All right, one more.
When the music stop.
Music has changed my life in so many ways. Brains confused, been fucked since the 5th grade. LL told me to rock the bells. NWA said fuck the police. Now I'm in jail. 93 was strictly R&B. Fucked up haircut, listen to Jodeci. Michael Jackson, who gon' tell me I ain't Mike? Ass cheeks painted white, fucking Priscilla tonight. Flying down Sunset, smoking crack. Transvestite in the front, Eddie Murphy in the back. MOP had me grimy and gritty. Marilyn Manson, I dyed my hair blue and grew some titties. Ludacris told me to throw them bowls. Now I'm in the hospital with a broken nose and a fractured elbow. Voices in my head, I'm going in shock. I'm reaching for the clock, but the music stops.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's how it ends. It's when the music stops and then the gunshot.
And then it.
Yes. So we'll briefly go through Bizarre's lyrics.
So.
They fucked up and it made me laugh.
Oh,
We'll
really?
see. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I think Bizarre's verse was the best on the song.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like Eminem's was great, but like Bizarre was able to like get so much done in the short amount of time he had.
That's true. So he says, music's changed my life in so many ways. Brain's confused and fucked since the 5th grade. LL told me to rock the bells. NWA said fuck the police. Now
See, like,
I'm in jail.
Rock the Bells, that was
An LL Cool J song. Yeah.
Like they're all references to
what they yes.
to the artist.
So yeah, that's
he's
really
talking
it's
about.
creative and he's being silly, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
NWA said fuck the police. Now I'm in jail. Which is very funny. 93 was strictly R&B. Fucked up haircut. Listening to Jodeci. Michael Jackson. Who gonna tell me I ain't Mike? Ass cheeks painted white. Fucking Priscilla tonight.
That's his
Wife. Michael Jackson's wife. Yeah. Flying down Sunset, smoking crack. transvestite in the front, Eddie Murphy in the back.
Eddie
So
Murphy got in trouble. Well,
he
he
got
didn't get in
caught
trouble. He got caught
with the
with a
transvestite
transvestite. And he was like
prostitute.
married. He had like a wife and stuff.
I believe so.
Yeah.
He is married.
So like
So, or
he got
maybe,
caught.
so I don't know if he was married at that time or not. But,
No, but he claimed that like he was like, "Oh, I don't do that."
well, he said, "Oh, I picked up a prostitute. I didn't know that it was a transvestite." That's what he said. Some people are debate that, but whatever.
He's into.
So then it says MOP had, so this is what made me laugh. It says
Who MOP is?
it's a rap group. He said had me grindy and gritty. It's grimy. Grindy. Yeah. That made
It's
me
funny.
laugh. MOP had me grimy and gritty. Marilyn Manson, I dyed my hair blue and grew some titties.
Ooh, we should react to Marilyn. I forget about him.
Yeah. Ludacris told me to throw them bowls.
Yeah.
Throw them bows, elbows. Now I'm in the hospital.
Imagining like chucking
Throwing
bowls
balls. Yeah.
at a wedding. You
Yeah.
know, like they throw the plates. He's
Yeah.
chucking out bowls.
It's funny.
And then he's in the hospital.
Now I'm in the hospital with a broken nose and a fractured elbow.
He got hit with a bunch of balls.
Yes. He says, voices in my head. I'm going into shock. I'm reaching for the Glock, but the music stops.
I'm
And
sorry, I'm
then,
still laughing. The
let's see.
bowl.
Yeah, no. All right. So when the music stops, what are
It
your
was
thoughts?
fun because everyone put their own flavor into it. Like
Yeah.
they had their own thing, their own rap style. Like they didn't all rap the same way.
Yeah.
Can't remember them all, but Bazaar's was my favorite, and then Eminem's was like my second favorite.
Yeah.
And that other one that I mentioned, I guess was my third favorite. I don't even remember
You
who
like
it
the
was.
proof with the wolf?
Yeah. That was three, or maybe that was three. I think.
And then I know you like Swifty McVeigh too. Yeah, it's a good song. I like this song.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like different because it doesn't have chorus.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I knew that, but as we listened to Eminem's verse, and I paused it. I was like,
And
oh
you
fuck! I was like,
forgot.
yeah, there's no chorus in this. That's right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe,
Yes.
and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys. Bye.